day late, dollar short, thinking like, what's the point? Pull the trigger, end it all. But I do wanna ball before I do take that fall. Popping all these Adderalls, trying to get numb. At times I do feel dumb, then I'm just.
Another week. Another week
another
with
dollar.
these two.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
I'm just saying, man.
And we back. And we back.
No, I'm kidding. What's good? I'm nerd. Still here.
Still here where?
Still here.
Not in Germany.
Idaho. Not in Germany.
We lied to y'all.
We'll see what happens with that. Just kidding, guys.
I am KillJoy. I'm still here with a headache.
Oh no.
It's cool though. We making it.
Shout out to KillJoy for this. So when we do go, we can actually make some shit happen. I won't have to do that shit from my cell phone. So appreciate that.
Bruh, we gotta do it for the team.
But what's that little shit nice? Hey Sky,
That's
how you
move.
doing?
That's how we move out here. Oh, I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Saw Black Widow. Ready for this Loki finale. And
The finale already?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you purchase Black Widow on your account?
Yes, sir.
Would it be possible for me to borrow your login so me and my wife can watch Black Widow?
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Don't worry about it.
I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Nerd, if you want to see it, you can get it after him, bro. It's all good.
All right, I
It's
ain't
love,
want to piggyback.
and you was looking like,
He's like, what?
am I gonna be able to watch this too?
It's all right. I got some accounts I could send you away. I got you. I just got the what is it? Philo? I don't know.
You want Paramount Plus?
TV. I do got Paramount Plus. If you want to watch
that.
Paramount Plus,
I just picked it up off because Amazon was doing a deal. I'm doing the 2 months for like 99 cents. So
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna see because like there's some stuff I wanted to see on there, but there's so much streaming stuff, bro.
It really is.
I just go back and forth between stuff. Oh man, yeah. Oh man, y'all algorithm got to be ridiculous now on your Netflix.
Oh,
with the
it's
kids stuff.
insane. Well, it's not necessarily Netflix because they got their own kids section. It's on the big main TV before we downloaded YouTube Kids. Me and my wife would use YouTube, and it would be kind of our stuff. So it would be her music stuff, my gaming stuff. Then he started watching, and it was nothing but like Blippi and Monster Trucks and Coco Melon. We're like,
you gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom to get to even something close to resembling what y'all do. Like,
so like, all right,
you gonna have anything?
You gonna get your own app. But like on every streaming service, he got his own name, so my stuff don't get mixed with his stuff, bruh.
Nice.
We used to have the Kids, and I just switched the name from Kids to just him because it's no longer Kids with an S. It's just one kid.
Got you.
Oh, it's like I love that. All right, how was y'all weeks? Y'all do anything fun, exciting?
Man,
I know KillJoy was off.
I had a whole week off from work, and going into work killed me.
But you got the best news being off this week too, though, bro.
I did. Well, we're gonna speak out on a different pod. You know what I'm saying, when y'all see the scene change, y'all gonna know.
Ooh.
But I will say that was a much needed week off from work, and during that week off, got the third best news I ever got in my life. So we blessed over here.
Third best news, and then you moved up.
Think of one and
number
two.
one in the ranking. He moved up.
All right, so I know the marriage was one.
No,
the baby.
That's number one.
Baby's
marriage
one,
is number two.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say the other kid leaving, but you know.
Oh wow,
that's top 5.
that's 4 and 5 right there. All right, I got you.
Because we got 2 separate occasions, so.
Got you. Okay. Love that. Walk, what about you? You did anything?
Well, I told you my week. It was watching Black Widow. Great movie, I thought, personally. I thought it was a good showing of a Marvel movie. I think people will enjoy it. Obviously, I think it would have been better suited if it could have came out when it was supposed to come out. But, you know, pandemic changed a lot of stuff for a lot of people, but I trust Marvel with the pivot.
You ever notice that when you hate someone, everything they do just pisses you off? Look at that bitch eating chicken.
It's gonna be tough to
why you eating chicken, bitch?
not want to, like, I know my man's out here chewing down.
Wait, what you eating?
Chicken, rice, and broccoli.
My man tried to sneak it in like we ain't gonna see him eating though.
Go ahead and insert that. Damn, what's that song? What's the dude name? Broccoli. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
One with Lil Yachty.
More Lil Yachty.
Nah, you gotta do the voiceover. The one where it's like, go look at eat it. Oh, look at him eating. Look at him eating. That one. But just the fact, I mean, we saw the numbers come out for it. What was it, 60 million off of
I'll
people
say it did
getting
great.
off of Disney Plus, 80 million in the theaters. I was gonna go see it in the theaters because things were starting to open up a little more, but then that little thing called the Delta variant hit, and I'm like, niggas out here not wearing masks, and so I'm good.
Chicks out here in restaurants squirting on cue. Like what?
Do not insert that into
I am
the
not.
edit. Do not put that in the edit.
Bro, we good. I ain't trying to get nothing taken down.
But yeah, it's people out here wilding, yo. People out here
My
wilding.
job sent us an email saying y'all can stop wearing masks if y'all want to, and everybody like, oh my god, yeah. I'm like, nah, bro, because I know y'all be out here wilding, so I'm gonna stay in my office with my mask.
Yeah, so I made a decision. Like I said, I went ahead and bought it. It was worth it. $30, but I mean, when you break it down, if you go to theater, what, $12? Low end will say $10 for a ticket, and if you getting food, that can easily run you 20. So that's 30 right there. But guess what? I can sit, watch it, pause it.
You only got one
rewind it.
thing for 20? Because I mean, $20 is a bag of M&Ms.
That's true. And that's really going solo dolo. You talk about taking family, like you got family. You know, Nerd got his starting roster. He might have to choose one.
Because you know what I'm saying, he got to take the starting five once a time. So we talking $50 a pop for him. Because Monday he got number 3.
One day he got the small forward. The next day it's the center. Then you got to talk to your point guard one-on-one. You got to get some good X's and O's in.
You know, the point guard
so
is favorite. The point guard is Steph Curry. So, you know, she get the specialties.
She got the green light. So she get dinner and the movie. The center get the just, I'll meet you there. The center get the, I'll meet you there.
The center is Giannis. It's like you cool, but I don't really like you like that.
You got the 6 man that's like, I'm buying a ticket. If you just happen to buy a ticket, we can go see it together. Maybe, if that's what you like to do. So, you know, just your normal stuff. But yeah, so
finished or is y'all done?
So, you know, but seriously, if you get a chance to watch it, man, if you enjoy Marvel movies, it's not a letdown. Marvel movies are good. Nerd, how's your week been, brother? Other than you still being here on Monday.
I think it's stressful.
Yeah, you know, been trying to pack. Honestly, I've been doing a decent job, but it's just part of me is start packing and then it's like, why am I packing? Like, what am I about to do with this? You know, so I just been doing that, just trying to spend time with friends if they got the time, but I'm not going out of my way to do it either. To make that known. So like, if y'all in chat, you know, I hang with y'all. If Maui playing the game, I play. But other than that, man, I just been chilling.
Like, how's that make you feel though? Like, because it's a 6 month, basically you gone for 6 months. So it's not like you don't have time to bring everything and set everything up. How do you feel like you do miss it? How are you feeling knowing that game is not going to be there for like, it's going to be basically you have a 6 months rest from gaming. Do you feel like you'll miss it? Do you feel like you're going to miss the game more or like the camaraderie, like being in chat with people more?
Well, the good thing is we can still hop in chat. That's the one good thing because I'm still, I'll probably just use some earbuds while I'm there. But as far as everything else in my setup, as far as communication, I'm still going to have this mic. I'm still going to have the webcam, even though there's one on there. But I feel like this one, I got to at least try to get as much quality as I can while I'm there.
That one's definitely not 1080p. So, I mean, it's not horrible quality, but when you have better, why not go with better? Sorry,
exactly. So I'm going to take all this stuff and I should be straight on that part. But I definitely was thinking about the gaming thing because I do have a Switch. Because it's not every day I'm going to be out and doing something, you know?
Right.
It's gonna be those days where I'm just like, I just want to go back to the hotel and chill and not do nothing. So
we about to get switch lobbies in Apex. Come on, bruh.
no, I'm not playing.
Bruh,
no
you gonna let us?
Hell
We
no.
got. Come on, let us flourish. We gonna dominate. I can't say you will because it's
I'm gonna be
Switch.
over there hating my life. Hell no. All right, so anyways, I've been thinking of some other games to play. Sadly for me, Mario Golf didn't get the best of reviews, and I already had an idea that it wasn't going to because of how Mario Tennis came out. So I was just like,
Mario Tennis like that?
Mario Tennis wasn't good.
no,
I didn't. I
no.
me not having a Nintendo anything right now, I really don't pay. Like I see stuff coming out, but I don't pay a lot of attention to it. But I thought like those sports games have always been fun to me. Like Mario Soccer is a great one.
I feel
Tennis,
like
golf.
Golf and tennis used to be amazing back in the day.
And that's the crazy thing. They were when I had it on, I think Game Boy Color. I had it, and I was like, bro, like I could just golf. You know, like if I want to just golf or play tennis, I can do that.
Yeah.
But then they had the whole adventure RPG element to it. And I'm like, you telling me like I could do this in a golf game? Like it was literally what 2K is now before, like legit. Like you just
Outside stuff besides just the sports itself. There was stuff around it. I remember tennis. I want to say I played it on the GameCube, and I had tennis, and there was a whole, like you said, RPG element. Like you would go around, and you'd have to build your character up before you could just go face certain people and stuff like that. So
exactly. And these are kind of like that, but it's not as the crazy thing is it's not as in depth. Like it's legit. It's kind of corny. You just go from person to person. It's kind of like a Mario map in tennis. You know how in Mario, like you would have like little squares, and you just go to one, and then you go to the level, and then once you finish it, you go to the next one. Like it's kind of like that.
Have all the stuff around it, like because I want to say the GameCube was more like open world. Like you could run around, you could go practice, you could go
exactly
do different things, not necessarily.
I wonder
level
why
based.
they did that.
I think
Like,
they're just trying to rush shit out.
I would say if you have a perfect formula,
But
why we
is
gonna
this
switch it up?
Nintendo MO? Because Nintendo dropped a bomb last week, and a lot of people thought they were getting a certain type of Nintendo, and Nintendo was like, "Nah, y'all just gonna get this OLED upgrade."
So when I saw that announcement, I paused and I was like, "Wait, this was the big announcement everyone was waiting for, hyped for." Don't get me wrong, that's nice, cool, OLED, but ain't nobody want that.
Yeah, that's not what
Nobody wanted that. Not a single person on Earth was like, "I hope this is a OLED." Nobody.
Right.
Like it makes sense, right? But if you're gonna give us that, that's kind of should have been what we was gonna get in the first place. Like to be honest, but if you were going to do that, this was the wrong time to do it. But the only thing is, they know people gonna buy it regardless. As much people had an outcry for it, they still know it's gonna be millions of people who buy it because
it's
if you
gonna
don't
be hard
already
to
have
find
a
one
Switch,
for a while.
yeah, if you don't already have a Switch, why would you get the lower ones when
lower
you can
end,
get that? You know?
But do you think they're going to roll out a Pro at some point? Or is Nintendo going to be like, this is it until we decide to either do a next gen console?
What could they do to make it a Pro?
Most people were talking about what, memory. Most people were talking about memory and upgrading to what, 4K, I guess, is what most people wanted.
If I was them, I would shoot for 1440p.
Okay.
But like,
I know memory was the big thing. Like a lot of people
they can
were like,
definitely do memory. But the thing is, they give you Are you talking about like RAM memory, or are you talking about like memory, like a hard drive?
And RAM to make it, I guess, faster.
Yeah, they definitely need that and some type of graphics update, something to make it faster. But as far as like, look, honestly, like I definitely feel like they need to get to the point of us having a handheld PS4 or Xbox One.
I do feel like something like that behind the scenes is gonna come eventually, probably no time soon. Because PlayStation said they weren't doing handhelds no more. And Xbox always got something up their sleeve. And I say if Xbox was to come out with a handheld Xbox something, PlayStation would have no choice.
I don't think they still would want to.
No, because remember they cut the Vita out, and I know a lot of people that love the Vita.
The Vita was the shit.
And people still, I know people that still play their Vitas. I just know the services for it are cut, but people still play theirs.
I mean, the Vita and PSP were like goated. Like,
yeah,
you had one of those when you was a kid. You was the shit.
Yeah, for real. But honestly, I feel like it would make more sense for Nintendo to do all of this and then reach that level. You don't have to get Xbox Series X and PS5 level, but you at least need to get to that PS4, or even if it's a little bit under, because we can start having better games, because it's still people rocking PS4s and Xbox Ones all over the place. But if you could like look at the Xbox Series S, it's smaller than every Xbox before it. So if they can fit that in there, it might be a little bit bigger, and that's probably what's stopping them from doing it now. They can definitely get that into a handheld eventually.
Yeah, because like they want to keep it portable, and the bigger it gets, the less portable it becomes.
But with the advent of the cloud, do you really need to do a handheld? Because if you have your phone not strong enough, why buy a handheld when I can just buy, like they have the controller adapters, which I'm probably gonna get one myself. But they have those that you can hook up to your phone. They have you can literally hook up your controller via Bluetooth to your phone now.
And they have actual gaming phones.
Yeah,
well, that's
really need, because if I get a gaming phone and I have the Xbox Cloud, do I really need another handheld thing from Xbox?
But that's what I was about to say. That's why I said we should kind of focus on Nintendo with that, because Nintendo is never going to do that. They always gonna have their thing, because that's their console. That's their console. That's their main thing. You know, like people still play the 3DS?
Yeah.
People still play that, and that's a portable option. But why buy that when you can get a Switch? So it's just like, that's more of an Xbox thing, and I can definitely see that happening in the near future, like them being able to do all types of craziness, because you can already do it now. But like for Nintendo, you know they never gonna do that. They always gonna have some proprietary hardware and shit. Like, and they still not giving people exactly what they want, but they have those games, Zelda, Metroid, Kirby, Mario Kart, that people always gonna play. So they never gonna get rid of that. You know what I'm saying?
In all honesty, like, I don't have a Switch, and like you said, at this point, if I do get one, I might as well get the OLED one instead of getting a light or the original. So, but the main reason I would get it is literally for Mario Kart. Like, that would be the biggest reason I get it. So you know they're gonna do a bundle. You know they're gonna do some sort of bundle. Yeah. So when they do that, that would probably be when if I was going to get one, that's when I would get one. Is like you said, because that game isn't found anywhere else. Like, you're not gonna get that gameplay anywhere else. So I think that's part of it, is that Nintendo's like, either you gonna rock with us or you not.
Like, and that's literally how they are. You see, all their games are still $60. Yeah. You gotta hop on a deal for $40. You be like, oh my god, it's finally $40, so I can get it. And then you're like, this is a 6-year-old game. Like, why am I paying $50 for this?
GameCube games are still $60. Like, Mario Kart for game is still $60. You can go into where, if you happen to have a GameStop, or if you have any type of disc replay type place, they're still $60 for Mario Kart specifically. Like, that game will never come down in price. We just seen, what was that, Mario Kart?
So you just saw Mario 64, Super Mario 64,
1.5,
1.5,
1.5. Yes, mint condition. I'll give you that, mint condition, not unopened in the box and all that stuff. But 1.5.
That's a lot of money
for a game, and that game is over 30. It's got to be over, what, 30 years old?
No, is it?
It's got to be.
No, it's like 20.
It's 20 years. 20 years was 2000, and 64 came out way before that.
It's like 20, probably 24, 23 or 24.
Oh, 1996.
Was that right?
24,
I was close.
24.
You were close.
24.
I was close. Yeah, because I'm 32, so I know it ain't as old as me. That was the NES days.
like, wait a minute, man. I was in the Pong guy, bro. That was the only game you could play with Pong and Snake.
Thanks. But no, real talk. I mean, I will give Nintendo this. Like, they gave that white color, and it looks sexy. Like, it's a nice looking console. But if you also remember, they just give it increments because they did the same thing with the Switch I have. They had that little upgrade where it's like better battery life. So I think they know people are going to buy it, and they just going to continue to do it. And I think they're more the let's work out all the kinks minus our Joy-Cons because they suck ass and everybody hate them. Like, everything else, though, usually runs perfect and fine. So they're probably trying to get it perfectly to where they can mass produce it and get it out. Because usually people don't really have problems with Nintendo consoles other than the Joy-Cons, honestly.
Now, do you think
I don't think I've ever heard a problem about
they're pushing more to sell the games rather than the console? Because we know Breath of the Wild, people are going to buy that up. When that comes out, that might be the highest selling game of that time period when that comes out. And I think that's something else Nintendo's like, if y'all are going to buy this game, do you really need another console? Because you know you're going to buy this game up.
What's the highest selling game of all time?
I would not. It's
Probably
damn,
Call of Duty.
No, it's probably GTA 5. Either GTA 5 or Skyrim or some Nintendo game. That would be my choices.
I don't want to go Call of Duty.
GTA 5 has came out 7 times, just like Skyrim.
I will tell you in a second.
Minecraft.
GTA is number 3.
GTA is number 2.
That's crazy.
Well, the one I'm looking at has
we're looking at
GTA
I'm looking at the one from IGN. They got Tetris at number 1. Minecraft 2, GTA 3.
Jeez.
That makes
Wii
sense.
Sports.
So does that mean Tetris is just in the game, the normal first game Tetris, or is that like every Tetris?
Yeah, they're going from the initial release date,
I think
June
initial
6th,
release date,
1984.
And because the original Tetris, I mean, I still play it to this day.
I put Tetris on my phone to play just because it's Tetris.
It's Tetris. It's fun.
Yeah. But the first newest updated game is Minecraft, which makes sense because that game is
Minecraft will never.
For
kids that love it, man. Kids, that game is it. I don't understand that game. I don't get the game, but people love that. People love that game.
It's just the freedom of what you can do. You can build what you want. You can be who you want. They got all these little in-game games you can do, like manhunts and stuff. It's just always something for everybody to do. Just not me.
There's no GTA on. I thought that would have been on here.
I thought a COD would have been on there.
COD would have been in top 10, but it's not.
The only reason I say COD wouldn't be up there is because they do yearly increments. They're not trying to specifically market one game. They're trying to get all.
But they have the highest selling in the first week, though, right? Is that what they have?
Probably. Yeah. They say that shit and then they release on mobile, GameCube, PS4, PS5, PC.
Which is wild because I was at work Saturday and the guy I was working with, he was asking me if I played what games I played. He's like, you don't play these on mobile? And he was literally just sitting there playing COD on mobile. He was playing PUBG on mobile. I was like,
disclaimer.
No.
COD mobile is actually fun.
He was having a good time. But he was hitting all the buttons and everything like that. I'm like, that's not my. I'm like, I got a console. I got 2 consoles and a PC. I'll play on one of them.
I got options.
But I mean But it goes back to you can game anywhere, anytime now.
Yeah.
At any given moment, you could be gaming. Nerd could literally take that Surface when he takes that Surface and have the Xbox Cloud on there and play something randomly.
I want to be on trash internet.
It's come a long way.
Hey, bro, you used to drop 50 bombs on Germany connections all the time in COD. The glory days.
It's going to be even worse. That's the funny part. It's going to be even worse because I'm in a hotel. Well, damn, that was a good conversation just off Nintendo. God damn. Oh, shit. I didn't even answer the question, really. Like, how I was going to feel about having no video games. So, I mean, I will have my Switch. I have a good amount of games. I kind of want to just get like one adventure game and then I should be good because I beat Zelda already and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't mind beating it again. But I just know Nintendo games don't hold me like that, man. Like I don't know what it
Play
is.
value for it isn't really there for you.
It's like the
Just
original
in
playthrough is
general.
great, but after that, it's like, all right, I can't go back.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I never listen to like Nintendo games like audio. Usually I got music on and I'm just like jamming out to that or something, but I'm not ever just like, oh my god, this is the greatest game ever. Like they great, but it's just like we've been getting this greatness like redone and better for 25 years. So that's not a diss. I mean, they doing it right. But anyways, yeah, I could definitely see myself playing a little bit, but not that often. I'm gonna try to focus on, if I do go, going to the gym more, eating better, not having a commute to work. That was one of the biggest things. Is like when I get home, I'm so damn tired. I don't want to work out. I usually just want to play the game for 2 hours and chill. And like I wanted to take advantage of that, so I kind of want to do that and just explore. That's kind of it, just kind of be in my element again over here without having to do a 2-hour drive every day, which is my choice. But I ain't been to Mountain Home, so
that face tells it all.
yeah, it's Meth City down that bitch.
Oof.
So yeah,
Breaking Bad.
yeah. It's like breaking the worst, breaking the baddest. Like that shit sucks. Like I do not want to live down there, but it's all good. So, who wants to go first?
I'll go.
KillJoy it is.
All right. What video game made you into a gamer? What was the first game you played? I won't say that you got addicted to, but was the game that was like, I like playing video games a lot.
You son of a bitch.
Is that your question?
It was in my head as a question.
Like,
I was trying to hold on to it as long as I could. That's a good question though.
For me, back in the day, I used to play Crash Bandicoot all the time, and I used to tell myself, I really enjoy this game, but the game that made me a gamer was COD Modern Warfare 2. That was the game where I was like, nah, this shit is me. I want to play this all day, every day. Like, that was the first game I severely got addicted to get better. Because I started off as a scrub. These niggas used to use me as a distraction because I was so bad.
I didn't. That was what everybody else was saying.
And they were very mean to me. Not him. Everybody else was. Very mean to me because I sucked at the game, but I got better. But that was I would say the game that turned me into, okay, gaming is my thing.
Okay.
So, what would be one for you guys?
ASky, you got one?
I would say there's several. Like the one that made me fall in love with games is 2, and that's off the Nintendo. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game and Double Dragon 2. My 2, like I can sit and play those for hours. And there's this random game, Little League World Series Baseball was on there, and I love playing the fuck out of that shit. And it had a code, you could put in a code to resume where you left off at, so I didn't have to leave the fucking Nintendo on all night to go back and just keep playing. I had a legit save code that you could use, and that was the first time I had ever had that. I was like, this is awesome. Then, but I say the biggest game, probably Live 95. Every summer, this is when we lived in Florida, and every summer I would go to South Carolina and spend like a month of the summer with my grandparents. But my cousin, he lived with us, so we would go see his mom live there too. And he had still friends from there. And we would play live. I was like, how old was I then? 9, 10, 10. And I used to play his friends, and I would beat them in Live 95. And I'm like, oh, I'm just good at this game. I was running plays with the start button. Like, there was a way to call plays and run pick and rolls and stuff. And they're like, bro, how do you know how to do this? Like, I don't know. I just picked up on how to do it. And I was like, that's when I was like, I love sports games on here. I love sports, but being able to play a sports game and then you're beating people, like actually beating people, that competitive part of it, I was like, oh, this is it.
I'll forever play sports video games forever.
Yeah, felt that. Damn.
And I was using the Pistons too. Lindsey Hunter, shout out.
Grant Hill, Lindsey Hunter, Joe Dumars.
Dedicated.
He used to hit threes like no other, bro. I used to get so irritated, bro.
He just went up to people and just had to keep swipe. He just kept hitting A to swipe. It wasn't no skill to it. He just ran up to him and basically pushed him to get the ball back. And hope he didn't get called for a foul. It was great.
I hate having the same thing as KillJoy, but it's true. So mine is obviously COD. As much as I hate it with a passion, I want to say COD in general, but the first one I played was the first one I played all of them, but the first one that got me like, okay, this is it, was COD 4, Modern Warfare. Like, shout out to the homie Leon who KillJoy hates, but he came through one day and was like, he was just like, man, you want this game? And I was like, what is it? He was like, man, it's Call of Duty, man. I'm just tired of it. And I was like, all right. He's like, you can have it for $20. I was like, say less. Gave him the 20, and from that day on, I was just up all night with these fools. Actually, he wasn't there yet, obviously, for 2 more games. But me and the homie Josh, me and Larry used to play, Tony, and like, bro, we had a squad. Like, we had a squad back in the day. Like, please. But yeah, we would just play all night. Like, and I sucked ass at that game at first. And then, I don't know, it felt good because, like, you know, we had tournaments on base. I think I did 4. I won 3 of them, 3 out of the 4. I think the one, like, part that really made me know, like, I could have did something. Like, I really wish I would have started streaming back then and knew what the hell streaming was. Because, like, my daughter was about to be born, or I think she was born. And my ex was like, no, go to that tournament. You'll win. Like, go get that money. And I won and brought back like $250 worth of baby clothes and shit. Like, that shit.
Like, this for my baby girl.
Yeah, bro. I went in there and beat they ass. Like, I did not used to fuck around, bro.
The fact that she was like, nah, go get that money. That's when you know you play. Because ain't too many people gonna be like, I'll take care of baby. You go ahead.
Yeah, and I came back because I think it was like a gift card for the BX or something. But it was like $250. And I was like,
say less.
It went a long way.
You talking BX, boy.
Big facts. So
no taxes. Woo!
Big facts, bro. So it was a good feeling being good. That's why a lot of people always, you know, think I'm hating on COD, but don't really know. Like, I know the ins and outs of everything about Call of Duty. Like, they really don't understand that.
Like, literally everything.
Yeah, like, it's spots on the map you see on Apex that you like, how the fuck they get there? Like, I used to know, like, every spot. I used to know parts and bricks and, like, you can shoot through. I used to know how to get the bomb without getting shot. Like, the shit was crazy. So,
were you the one that taught me the, it was on Black Ops 2. What's the name of that map? The one that has, it just came back on this COD.
Is it Raid?
Where when you spawn where the cars are in the garage, if you suicided, you would respawn on the first point. So like in a lot of pro matches, they would literally team would jump off the map so you can spawn on the first hard point.
I do remember that. I think that was more of because when it was funny, like when me and KillJoy started playing, like I was still more into the pub, so like I would get on YouTube and watch like I wasn't into watching pros, but I would watch like pub stompers on YouTube and stuff. And then he would watch the pros, so he knew exactly all those things. Just be like, oh no, we should do this. But like a lot of the stuff I'd already learned, I ain't know no shit like that. Like he knew that because we were playing some hard point, and then he like it wasn't really till he got there till we started playing hard point and search and stuff, and like running. Like when I say we used to be running fools, bro, like let's not bring up the trash talk.
On my old YouTube channel, I still got like old videos where we like on slums and we dropping 40 bombs each in TDM. And it's like, bruh, used to be goated. Like,
yeah. Now it's like we didn't try keyboard and mouse and all this craziness. It's almost like you start over, so it kind of hurts. It's like, damn, I used to be this good. Now it's like, I gotta start all the way.
But it's
over.
also like the games aren't the same. Like the new COD, I don't want to be good at that because it's not fun.
It's not. It's really not. And I hate to say it, like the last thing Maui said is like these new kids don't know different. You know, they don't know any better. They don't know anything else. So
And
A
like-
lot of them, this is their first, like Warzone is their introduction into COD.
And like,
Some of them will never
even when
know
they
that there's
see-
never been a Warzone.
when they see COD from back when we were used to play and like it was good, they be like, "Oh, that looks weird. Oh, those guns
Yeah.
look weird." They probably gonna look at the MSMC and say, "Oh, that's a crappy gun." And I'm gonna have to fight you because it's like you don't understand how good we had it.
no, real talk. And we had a whole package. Like we had a story mode every year. We had a multiplayer every year. We had either zombies or whatever that shit in Modern Warfare was that nobody liked. Like we had, regardless, we had. Well, it's like Spec Ops.
It was like Spec Ops. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. But I mean, it was fun in the beginning, and then you played it, and you never played it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mine. I don't want to talk about COD too long because I don't care about it. Like honestly, COD is no. But that was a good question. I like that.
My bad for stealing your question, Sky. I didn't mean to step on your toe.
Nah, because you took it a step further because like we've all played video games obviously prior to that, but like you said, what make you an actual gamer, make you be like, I want to go try hard for this. That's a totally different question than what game. You know what I mean? But like I said, for me, it's always been sports games. I've never been into pig in the first person shooters ever, until I was playing like I think Black Ops 2. But I was there for the solo stuff. I was there for the story mode. I wasn't really there to. Yeah, let's hop on and get in these lobbies. I'm like, man,
Nah, I was in Black Ops 2 to get swarms, and I think I got one nuke in my entire life. But mine was alright. How many swarms can I get this game?
Because even when I bought my Xbox, I literally bought it for Halo just to play the campaign. It wasn't for I'm about to get into these multiplayers and become this great Halo. Nah, give me the story. I just want to play the story.
I mean, the story was great. The multiplayer was
all
amazing
I
too.
cared.
But like having it just for the story is not bad because it was a really good story.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember I think I saw it on an E3, and I was like, "What is this?"
Back
And I
when
need an
E3
Xbox.
used to be the shit.
Yes, and I got that Fat Boy Xbox, good old school Fat Boy, and I got that game. It was when I first moved out on my own too, and I was like, I could play this all night.
I remember when I first started working at Microsoft and we started to sell the OG controller. And I just sat there and I'm like, how the fuck did we as kids play with this shit and have fun?
It worked though.
The controller was
never
better
had
than
It
us.
worked.
But it
I never
worked.
had
It
an
worked.
Xbox. I didn't get an Xbox until I got in the military, and I found one at the BX, so 360, and that's the greatest console of all time. I don't give a
Of all
nobody
time.
say.
I had
That shit.
the OG Xbox because I begged my mom for a PlayStation 2 and she wasn't having it. So I was like,
Why?
I got an old, I don't know, because it was like $300, which is weird to say now. Back then, that shit was $300, but the PlayStation 2 was that damn good.
Yeah.
But like, she was like, nah, you can get this Xbox. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it. And the kids across the street had an Xbox, so it just worked.
Y'all
I remember I bought all my old consoles. My parents bought my Nintendo. I had an aunt who bought me a Sega, and then I didn't have nothing until I moved out on my own. I bought a Dreamcast. I bought a PS2, Xbox. I was
He was
like, I'm
rich.
gonna buy
This
everything.
nigga rich. I still got
I
a
was
PS2 in
dumb.
the attic.
I was dumb. It wasn't being rich. It was being dumb. But at the same time, this was GameStop was the place to be. I would just go there and you go get you a couple games in the system, and you good to go.
Facts.
So that's
Do y'all
that's what I was.
do y'all miss like party? Like you remember back in the day where you could legit have like hey, somebody bring the beer or liquor, whatever you was into. Somebody bring a table. So you bring your TV over, and then I bring
LAN parties.
my Xbox, and then we all link up and like,
Yeah.
bruh, have 4 TVs, like,
We didn't
bruh, and
necessarily
even
do
still.
that. We had, because this is when I was in college, but we would have like just and sometimes it'd be random nights. But somebody would have the GameCube, and you come up there, and you know what game we're getting on. We getting on Mario Kart. Winner, loser, whoever came in last got to get off. But everybody bringing something to drink. We chilling, and we just gonna have a good time playing games. And it was like it'd be like 10 deep in there. You just rotating, and if you go on the streak and winning, you know you talking your shit. But that's what it was. And then I had because like I had one of the guy that I played that with, he had a PS2, and my roommate had a PS2, and he had Madden and NCAA. So me and him would just trade off and do, because you could take your classes from NCAA and put it on Madden. So we would do that. Like it was just me and him, but it was something different. Because I was good, he was good at NCAA, I was good at Madden. So he would win a national championship, I would win a Super Bowl. But that's how we that's how it would rotate.
Carry the legacy.
Oh,
Hey.
I think my freshman year, we used to big on Halo 3. We used to do a lot of Halo 3 tournaments in the rooms, and it would be like
Halo 3.
It'd be like 20 of us, but we would have 4 systems so we can kind of rotate things a little quicker. And it got big enough to where we had an actual tournament at our college that me and my homies ended up winning. That's the only gaming tournament I ever like played in and actually won, so it was kind of cool. We got like school money for like food and shit, but it was like, oh shit, I won something. But then that's when, I mean, I'm not ashamed of it. Fuck my rock band days. We had an actual group. Like, we had a guitarist, a bass player, a drummer.
Performance shows.
No, literally, we had the mic stand and everything, bro. I kid you not. And I vividly remember when the Beatles rock band dropped, and that was the best night ever. Because it was like 10 of us in there just jamming all night. Nobody went to class the next day. It was a lot of, I didn't drink back then, but they were drinking and doing, you know what I'm saying, their other things. But I was just like, yo, this is a good ass time, bro. Like,
not other things.
Yeah, there was some all this shit people into now, they was into back then before it was cool. And that's weird and still weird to me.
Oh, that was a hell of an era. Back when we
Playing
had
parties.
Rock Band, like you would go to somebody's house for a pregame, and they all be playing Rock Band. You be like, "What the hell?" But it was just so normal. Like now that I look back, I'm like, "This is weird."
Look, before Alex got deported, nigga, at least 2 or 3 times a week, we were at her house. Me, Toya, Alex, and we had like 2 other friends, and we'd just go fucking rock out, get food, and just have a good ass time because we knew, 1, our time with her was short, but 2, we were just having fun. Like, that was fun for us. Like, all the other shit people were doing, we didn't really like. We're like, all right, bruh, let's get some food. Let's go to Alex's house, let's play Rock Band and annoy her parents all night. Then they gonna make us tacos, enchiladas, and shit, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was me in Germany.
I ate squid there for the first time. They didn't tell me what it was. That shit was fire.
I do like squid, I ain't gonna lie. But no, that was me in Germany. We would all grab the TVs. I'll have mine. They all come to my room. Or just have one big circle. All had Halo 4. Everybody had their own TV.
Bro, come on.
And just run it like, bruh. Or not Halo 4, Halo 3, my bad. I ain't like Halo 4 that much.
Halo 3 was...
Halo 3 was the one, man. That's, like I said, like Theo said, with his school, they had tournaments. Where I was at, they'd have tournaments like that too. I never went to any, but they'd be advertising all the time. LAN party, bring your system, bring your controller. We're setting up so many and get in there and try to win. Bring your team. And that was it, man. It wasn't no pressing a button and let me party up. Nigga, you had to
stuff like that don't exist no more, and it kind of sucks.
It does. And the funny thing is, like, somebody asked me if I wanted to have a birthday party. Like, they was like, "Oh, do you want to have a birthday party?" And I was like, "Yeah, but this is what I want to do." And I brought up a LAN party, and they was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, bring that classic shit back. Like, let's all get on here. We'll get on Black Ops 2. I'm picking the car, bitch. We getting on Black Ops 2, and we all gonna run this shit. Like, that's what I want to do. Like I'm
my
cool
godson, he turned 10 this year, and for his party, he wanted one of those gaming buses to come out. They got the different consoles, and I'm like, shit like that is cool to me. Yeah, I'm 30, but if I had all my friends, if all my friends were around, I would do something like that for my birthday because that's just a good time.
Yeah. Shout out to one of my homies, Terry Moss. He owns one in Jacksonville. He's got one of those buses, and he's been doing dope to get it off the ground. But I mean, he ran into some things. You know, people see people doing good, they just want to fuck people's stuff up. So he done got robbed a couple times, but he keep bouncing back with it. So hopefully, you know, shout out to him. He can, you know, keep building on it. But that's a nostalgia thing for us. Now, for the new generation, it's like, I can play video games on a bus. Us, we like, man, we get 30 of us in here with some drinks, and we get to just randomly play random stuff. Come on, bro.
Don't get me started, bro.
Man,
it's gonna be. It might be a fight or two.
It was the new version of where all the bikes at in the neighborhood, whose house everybody at. Because it depended on who had the system, who had the adapter with the extra controllers, so we could all get on.
We'll let y'all in the house.
Who was about to feed us all? Who's gonna feed us all?
It was definitely not my house.
Right.
It was never my house.
Ain't nobody allowed in this house. Don't let nobody in this house. If I find somebody in this house, I'm whooping your ass. Don't you bring nobody in this house. But you always had that one house in the neighborhood. That's where everybody went. You outside like, man, I'm about to go to my boy's house. And you see your boy's bike at there. You like, well, I guess that's where everybody at.
My mom knew I was in. If I wasn't at home, my mom didn't know where. She knew I was in one of three places. I was across the street at the African's house. Shout out to Jabari and them. I was with Noonie down the street because his mom. They had a nice house. They had a pool over there. It was fun. He had all the systems. Or I was with this. Not my flex, but I was at Eric Berry's house playing football. Because we would just play front yard football, tackle like we was fucking nuts.
This nigga said, not a flex. I was at Eric Berry's house.
I grew up
with
wait.
You definitely want A. You definitely want A.
Change it.
It's in marker, but it's checked. This is no longer accurate, everybody. This is no longer accurate.
Go ahead and put that edit up there or KillJoy. You got that.
I got you.
KillJoy edit this the correct way. And then next time we're live or next time you see the pod, it'll be the right way. Nerd will be at 1A, KillJoy will be at 1. And it ain't just because he said he flexed and was at Eric Berry's house. We have our own NBC Olympic correspondent right here with us. Mr. KillJoy, so
not until they
send that check. We're gonna be knowing who gonna won. We gonna be knowing who won the medals before y'all even get up to watch the races. So y'all gonna be watching them on tape delay. We gonna have that instant web access. So don't be mad when you see us tweeting about USA winning gold and stuff. Okay.
Let's not. I mean, they lost to Nigeria.
Yeah.
I didn't say basketball. Did you say basketball? I didn't say. First of all, I didn't say basketball. Secondly, the women's team will win gold. Let's be real. So there's that. Women's soccer will win gold, so that's 2 for sure.
I thought the WNBA was active right now. Are they season gonna be over by the time the Olympics start?
I don't know if it'll be over or if they get a hiatus. Like hockey, because like hockey during the Winter Olympics, they take that weird.
Yeah,
like 2-week hiatus.
That makes sense.
So I think they may do that. And like obviously not every team is going to be in the playoffs either. So if your team didn't make it,
it's like you ain't got nothing better to do. Bring your ass to Tokyo.
right. So, but yeah, that's definitely changed. Shout out to KillJoy, our NBC correspondent. He'll be giving us updates over the next.
Oh, they're going on a break.
Once the Olympics start.
Brandon said they're going on a break for the WNBA.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not like anybody was watching them anyway. No disrespect.
I'm watching for old girl. That's it.
I was going through my old TikToks and unliking videos, and I remember finding the video where they were like, "Women's basketball is more entertaining than men." And they looked up the top 10 WNBA plays, and it was a bunch of bullshit.
Hold on. We're not about to do this. We're not doing this here.
Shout out to Sue Bird for surpassing 8,000 assists. She's dope. Basketball is dope. Shout out, real quick, for real though. Shout out to Paige Buchers who won the ESPY for college basketball woman of the year or woman of the year. I don't know for college, but she shouted out all the black women that don't get recognized within media. She put it out there like, yo, I'm using my platform for this. So shout out to her.
Shout out, big up.
If y'all get a chance, go watch that speech. That's a great speech, yeah. It's like 2.5 minutes, maybe. No KillJoy, you'll probably throw it in.
No, I ain't putting speeches in no more. Side note, fuck the Grammys. Bastards.
Oh, is that who flagged?
Yes, nigga, instantly.
Oh, because of the Tyler Jordan.
Yeah. I'm like, bro.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, how y'all flagging it before the world see it? Like,
never mind. So, yeah. You ain't gonna see it.
Just go watch it.
I guess we'll move on to my question.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Can I go to the bathroom in peace?
My bad. Damn. Anyway, so I don't know how many people pay attention to different orgs within gaming. It's kind of a weird question because I really don't know how to word it. But so 100 Thieves, one of the biggest orgs out there, is teaming up with Gucci. We just seen LeBron James get a skin in Fortnite. We see Bronny James is on FaZe. We know Offset, Migos niggas is aren't they with FaZe?
Yes. Well, they're part owners.
Part owners of FaZe. Does it feel like gaming is going to become an elitist type thing?
It already is.
It already is.
You feel like, okay, it is?
I mean, gaming lit X Games.
Yeah.
And people were pissed, but...
Honestly, this might be a rant. This might be a rant. I'll let y'all go first.
Okay, so I guess that was my question. Is just, will they go too far where it would be like, hey, bro, we can't afford what y'all doing. We just trying to play the game, just like your everyday gamer, and stuff like that. Like, so like, and it becomes
like with merch, like what is it, 100 Thieves with Gucci? Yeah. That's dope. Don't get me wrong, but who can afford that?
Cause that Gucci hoodie gonna be $4,000,
and it's gonna look nice, but it's like
say 100 Thieves with a Gucci patch right here on the shoulder.
Like for someone who's been a dedicated like listener, and like I have gaming merch, but merch is so expensive now because they have all these ads and stuff now. They have sponsors to the point where it's like I can't get that as much as I want it. I mean, I can, but I'm be eating ramen noodles for a while.
Or you're not going. It's just like shoes. If you ain't in there 20 minutes before it start, you still might not get it. Yeah. Or have a bot, you're not getting this stuff. And
that's like when you asked me to do the 100 Thieves hoodie with you that day, to just try to get anything, and I was shocked we both got the same thing at the same time, because that sold out in like 2 minutes. Everything.
2 minutes, bro.
And I'm like, why? Now, why even do it at this point?
For content creators, do you think your best bet is to get with an org, or is it if you're already doing well on your own, just kind of stay? It's almost like the rap game. At one point in time, you wanted to be on a label.
Yeah.
They were going to back you. They were going to give you the money. They were going to front you money. They were able to do this, that, and the third. Now we see most of your main, quote unquote, mainstream rappers have some sort of independence to their career, way more so than before. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of where gaming is at? Where it's like, okay, I'm a content creator. I'm averaging 1,500 people. But if I get that boost from 100 Thieves or NRG, that's going to boost to me I'm going to go to 3,000.
So with that, I think the best option is really hard to do it solo. Like, I'm going to use Tim the Tatman as an example. Tim's been doing it solo forever, and he's having success. But for you to be like a Shroud, you need that org before you to get your name out there, and then you go independent. Because he had LG, and I think he had Cloud9 at one point in CSGO. He got big, got known, and now he can kind of hold his own in the world. He don't need an org. Not everyone can do that off rip now because so many people are doing it. So it's like, why would I watch you when I'm a fan of 100 Thieves and they got this streamer who play the same game you play? So your best bet right now is to join an org, get your name, build your community. Then when your contract is over, go independent. Because your true fans will follow you.
Is the org that bridge for brands, basically. Like, obviously, okay, if I, like you said, if I'm independent 1,500, your org 1,500, that org person has a better chance of getting a brand deal, right?
Yeah.
Rather than me being independent. So it's almost like your org is basically your bridge to, to the bands.
It's like a package deal. Because once you get with the org, like, isn't NRG with like Chipotle and like a couple more other people, so like brands. So it's almost like a package deal. Once you get in there, you know you're gonna get the visibility. You're gonna be able to play with other people in that org, but not only that, you're gonna be able to play with people from every single org that is top tier as that org. It's orgs out here who ain't doing shit for nobody. I'm just being 100% real. It depends on the org. It's just like if we went to a record label and they was working out of somebody's basement. Just because they a record label don't mean they good. You know what I mean? But like if we go to Def Jam, of course, yeah, we might not be shit. We could literally make the worst music ever, but they can get us somewhere.
It's like when Kanye first came out, his first album, when they're like, all right, he may not be the best rapper, but what we can do is make a track and just throw Cameron on every track to make it fire. That's what the big orgs can do for you. It's like, yeah, you suck, but we can put a name out there that don't suck and it'll help you.
Now, with that being said, do you think it will go the same way as we see rap? Or I say rap, but there's obviously a lot of musical acts that are independent. But do you think it'll ever get to the point where it'll be like, I can stay independent? Because even we saw It's Timmy. For the longest time, he was independent, and now he's with an org, and it's almost like, but you were putting up numbers.
But so the thing with that is, Loaded GG is an organization, but it's not. It's like a management type thing. They get you brand.
Now, okay, well that's what's gonna be
I think that's gonna be the independent. That's the new independent, because like they're gonna help you get the Beats commercial. Shout out to Sid. They're gonna help you get those things. Yet you're still your own entity, so you ain't got to worry about fulfilling a contract. It's just like, all right, we're gonna help you. You do your thing. Here's Nissan. Shoot a commercial with them. You got a sponsorship. I think Mercedes is actually the one. Like, they got a lot of sponsorships.
But it's almost like, okay, so are we gonna see a lot more management groups pop up rather than actual overall orgs?
I say we see 2 or 3. The org's not going nowhere because the orgs are always going to have professional teams. When these professional players are playing the game, they're not like, they want to grow, but they more so there for, I want to be on a team, and NRG is that team, and Complexity is that team.
Like, they want to win a championship. They don't care about their numbers when they stream. They care about, are we winning?
Yeah. But when it comes to like, we want to get our viewers up, or viewership or whatever. So I think it's almost tiers to it. Like, a org is kind of like a label, because you see people like Lulu and stuff who are on orgs and whatnot, but they don't play professionally, which they could, they just don't. So like, it's almost like people who are in that 400, 500 range of viewers. It's like, all right, let me get to that org so I can get that push to 2K, right? And that's not the main goal, but that's usually what you see happen. Usually see somebody join an org and then they start getting around that 1K, 2K mark, and be able to grow a little bit easier, be able to play with people easier and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely think that's the route it's gonna go, because once you start getting 7,000 viewers, you don't need an org no more. You always gonna have those viewers. Unless you just stop. Actually, no, I'm not. Even if you do stop, if Daquan came back right now, Daquan would have the most viewers on Twitch.
I would say he run numbers easy.
Like, I don't know, but honestly, I think to answer your first question, what was the first one? Was like, do I think it's getting to like what like rap is?
Elitism. Well, the first question was elite, because we're seeing all these people with names get in these spots now. I ain't never watched Bronny game a day in my life, but he's on FaZe.
Yeah.
The thing is,
he's good in FaZe.
He's good in FaZe. Bronny never had groundbreaking numbers. It's the name behind it.
But that and LeBron being a skin in Fortnite now, like he's a legit. He's Well, he's not the first. Cause what was Ninja the first?
I think Ninja was the first
skin?
person to get a skin.
But to see him, but somebody outside of gaming. Because I know LeBron games, but he's not on Twitch.
Well, Bronny does. So I mean,
no, Bronny does. But I'm saying
Bronny does, but like obviously, yeah, his dad name helped, which that gets me to kind of where I want to. That's kind of where I fell out of love with Twitch and just gaming in general, because it's such a fucking popularity contest. It literally is, and I'm not that type of person to compete like that. Like if that's what y'all want to do, like that's fine with me. But I'm not about to sit here with 1 or 2 viewers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just grind this out. That's not what I'm about to do because it's a popularity contest over here. I will get however or wherever I need to get another way, because I know that I'm a talented, individual. Like I'm good at certain things or whatever, but I'm not about to it's literally just who you know. Yep. Like, and honestly, the best person I've ever seen do it is Sid. Sid said, I want to be friends with them. And she went out, made those friends, and now she is on the level of her friends. Like, she's getting 2K viewers. Like, she just did a Beats commercial. Like, she's doing her shit because that's what she wanted to do. Like,
and she started off with like 15 people in her chat.
Yeah. Now, granted, I'm not as cute as Sid, and that's, I'm not mad at that. Like, obviously, I was there watching and supporting too. But at the same time, like, that's not the route for everybody. And it just seems like you could be I've seen so many people just as good as a lot of these pro Apex players that add me in the game, and they have I go to their stuff and they have 3 viewers on their Twitch. I'm like, why? Like, bro, you are cracked as hell, and it's just because they don't know those
first people. One they hit for me was the Evil Mammoth dude that we spectated that one day, and it's like, whoa, this nigga is nice. Then we're like, go look at his chat.
We definitely started off saying
because I hated him at first. Then go in his chat, and it's like, bruh, it's just us in here, but you better than all the people above you.
But on what Nerd said as a popularity contest, a lot of times when you go into those other people's things, they're not as engaging. Some of them don't have cams. Like when I play, I don't have a cam up, and that's just partially because I don't feel like putting one up just yet. I could put one up, but part of it is that engagement too. And if you're not good at that part, are you building towards becoming a popular streamer, or are you trying to play this so you become on somebody's team? And what is your purpose then? Because that's 2 different things. Now, if I'm streaming for popularity, like you said, popular, or streaming to content create, you got to have that cam up. You got to make sure you're engaging. You're talking to yourself sometimes, and sometimes you'll be talking to a brick wall. It's going to be your Discord person, your Discord bots are going to be your only viewer. But like you said, if you're on my team, I'm like, yo, he's got TTV in his name. Yo, he's dope. Let me go see what he's doing. And then you don't have nothing else. How often do we just stay and watch if you're not engaging?
Never. Yeah. Never.
So that's the other half of it too, is like that engagement. You have to, if you're there for content creation, you have to be engaging to an extent. Some people are good at it. Some people are trying to find their niche at it. It's not easy by any means, because when you, like you said, 10 to Man has almost 50,000 people at a time. Somewhere on sometimes. A lot of times. How you understand? Like, you're not going to get to every individual person in there, but as long as I can make you feel like, oh, he may read something I typed, or I feel like he answered my question, or I feel like he could talk to me, or he's talking, that's all you need to be like, well, I'll stay and watch for 4 hours. And he may not acknowledge you at once at all for them 4 hours, but it was the engagement with everybody else, with his community, that you're like, I'm here for this.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize too, to be honest, because anytime I go in Sid's chat, which I don't get to watch, honestly, I don't watch much of Twitch at all now, but like when I do go in there, they be like, oh shit, Nerd, like what's good? Like, these people will remember you. Like, their viewers, if you active in their community, these people will remember you. So I don't want like people to think like, because honestly, I don't think I'm the most entertaining, or because I'm damn sure not talking to myself. I can't do that. I know I'm only child, but talking to myself is just not it, right? So like for me, I know I'm not the most entertaining streaming wise, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, all right, if I can't do this, I can go ahead and do this over here or do this over there and kind of get a community that way. But I don't think a lot of people realize that. Yeah, so I don't think a lot of people realize that. They just sit there and they play their game for 7 hours, and it's just like, yeah, like that. And that also comes into where it's more apparent to where it's who you know, because it's like sometimes you could have Tim the Tatman if he know you, and every time he sees you on, he raids you, even though I'm sure he probably don't raid people, but like if he get in there, you know, like, and you know that person and they invite their community with you, yeah, eventually you're gonna get somewhere. But like, it's literally who you know. It's just like a popularity contest. And that's just what pushed me away.
A lot of people have that old school mindset of Twitch. Back in the day, you had to talk to yourself. You had to sit through 2 viewers. Now it's more about networking outside of Twitch. You have to grow on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, things like that, and bring your community from that to your stream. Because like, I used to follow this dude on TikTok. His name was like Anonymous Noise. And he wasn't the greatest Apex player in the world, but he had the personality. And like, people loved him for his personality. So he did that, grew the following, then switched over to Twitch and was like, hey, I live stream too now. And that carried over for him. That helped him succeed. But it's like, a lot of people they think you still have to sit. And I won't blame the big streamers, because like, when you ask Shroud, how do you get to your level, he'll tell you, you got to sit there and play by yourself. That's not how you do it anymore. That's how you did it back then. But now, if you're not networking outside of Twitch, you're not trying to succeed.
Which is almost just like how I've been using the analogy of rap. It ain't about just me spitting and putting a song out and hopefully everybody listens to that song. If I put a video out, if I'm engaged with certain people that are out there, if I throw a TikTok, if I throw a dance on it, if I get people to dance on it, if I get people to be like, oh,
look at Soulja Boy. Bro got a #1 song because he got on TikTok and made him clap, clap, clap.
Rick and Morty. And then Rick and Morty.
And it's like
everybody's doing the Rick and Morty thing. So like that's like you said, the old way isn't necessarily the old way anymore. Obviously, it's not the old way anymore.
And there's a reason, because back in the day, it wasn't you could just get on your Xbox and start streaming. You legit had to go out, buy a computer, and have a good enough computer to stream shit. And you had to have a capture card
that you had to buy separately. So it was a big deal. Now
people didn't have that.
I can go live from my cell phone.
Yeah, so when it was on there, when you got on there and it was 200 people on Twitch streaming, compared to now where there's 1 million and probably 300, 400, 500 million, like
at any given time.
Yeah, before it was literally probably not even over 1,000. So it's like, yeah, eventually everybody gonna find out about this Twitch thing. They still not gonna have the funds to stream themselves. They be like, oh, I like this person. So yeah, that was a totally different thing compared to now, where everybody has the accessibility to stream from their phone if they want to. You see all these damn hot tub streamers, like, come on, bro.
All the ASMR streamers, all that stuff.
As of the first quarter of 2021, Twitch has over 200 million active users. That's a big ass number.
Yeah,
and that's beyond just football. Like when they say there's so many of you in high school going for the NFL. There's going to be so many of you that you may never in your life see more than 100 viewers at a time. And you can be on Twitch forever. But if you have that community, like you said, if you have a community built up outside of Twitch and you can bring them into Twitch, somebody's going to eventually see that.
Yeah, but you know what a lot of people don't realize too? Because I will say this. I did one major fucked up thing during my Twitch run that I had. It was a good time. It was like in the beginning, it was a point in time where I had about 15 viewers. I was doing really good. Like I had about 15 viewers consistently. And then I stopped. I just stopped. Because I was like, oh, this not working. Or like, I would just be too focused on numbers and stuff like that. Yeah. Like legit what got me there was going into other people's chat, talking to them, talking to Nijayla, talking to Sid, talking to Story Mobe, like literally anybody. Like I could go in there and people like, I would see the same people. Yeah. And they would like, oh, I fuck with him. He cool. Oh, he's streaming. Oh, they hosted him. Like, you could still do it within Twitch. People just don't want to.
You gotta
they just think
build
that you can get on there and play. Yeah,
I'll never
they
forget
literally
the day
think you can get
you
on
were
and play.
streaming. And I'm in my bed. I'm watching on my phone, and this is when you started hiding your numbers of like viewers because you didn't give a fuck about that. And it was the day Ryan didn't even tweet out your stream. He just said, "Ayo, my homie is streaming. Go check him out." That's it. Meaning people had to search for his Twitch. And I look and I'm like, it's like 220 people in here right now.
That shit was crazy.
So like I sent him a message. I'm like, "Hey, bro, you see how many people in your chat right now?" And he kind of confused. Then he looked and he like, "Oh shit." Didn't get rated. It was just the people you know.
Facts.
The homie was like, "Check him out."
But it was a legit relationship that you established
Yes.
too, because a lot of times I'll be in Jayla's chat and I'll see people, "Can I play with you? Can I play with you? Can I play with you? Can I play with you? Will you play with me? We should play sometime. Let's play." And it's like,
Facts.
it's not that she'll never say no. I mean, that she won't ever say yes. But if that's all you're going to do in there, I'm not engaging with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not engaging with that.
It's like the people
That's
on
not what's
Twitch who
gonna happen.
like top donations. I'll play with you. So you mean to tell me people got to pay money just to play with you to possibly grow? Like that's whack to me.
Yeah, and the thing is, some people, it makes sense for some people to play. Like once you get to that size that Ninjala is, you can't be playing with people. You have like, bruh, like legit. If I just invited some random dude who had a .32 KD on Apex, and I'm like, "All right, yeah, come to my lobby," I'm gonna hate myself because now I have to carry him. You know, like
You have to keep up this facade of,
I'm having a good time.
and this cat out here going Geronimo running into
exactly.
like you trying to make good content and he's Geronimo and then you're like, okay, you got
and that pisses you off. Then the people watching, the viewers are gonna be like, "What the hell is this?" Like, and they gonna want you to be like, "Nah, go play with HU or who, you know, like one of the people who on your level, you know." So it's just like, I totally get why people don't do that. So a lot of the stuff does make sense, and I'm not saying none of it is wrong or right. But for me, it's just like, because honestly, I find myself more comfortable doing stuff like this where I don't have to focus on a game. I can watch y'all play, or, you know, like when we did with the casting thing, like I would much rather watch that and not have to worry about sweating my ass off on a game and already having those nerves from the game and streaming. Like, oh, I just got to worry about streaming. Easy, you know? So it's just like, I think a lot of people really, like, I do think the elitism thing is a problem, but it's not going away. You have to find another way to evolve and grow, because a lot of people don't want to do that. They just want to hop on stream and stay at 6 viewers for 6 years. Like, you can't do that no more. You got to either go on other people's chats, be friendly with them, and be genuine. Don't be no fake ass motherfucker. Like, be real. If you want to be friends with them, say you want to be friends with them. Say you want to be cool. Work your way up into that. Go to YouTube. Go to TikTok is the biggest thing right now. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to put in that work, which is why we never are going to see these streamers like that get bigger, to be honest.
And understand when you're going into bigger communities, they have an established community. You're new. They ain't going to necessarily recognize you right off bat. But if you're coming in there with positivity and you're just engaged with whatever's going on and having conversations with people, people are going to notice you. And people will be like, "Oh, what's up?" Like Nerd said, people will be like, "Oh, what's up, Nerd?" And sometimes they probably be like, "Where you been, man? We ain't seen you in a while."
Thanks.
But if you're in there being overly aggressive, or you're like, "Well, I said hi, and they didn't say anything back to me." Nigga, you know how many highs they get throughout the whole thing?
Like, they gotta put their chat
and telling them, "Oh, you looking good today." I'm sure that's nice, but that's not what they're there for. They're there for content creation. They're there to play. They're playing a game they, I would hope, enjoy.
If you want to go in somebody's chat and say they look good today, go to the hot tub section. That's what they there for.
They got it for you. They got it for you.
But
that she may make you pay for telling her that, but that's neither here nor there. That's no business.
Don't go into an actual gamer's chat trying to say, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful today." They don't. Like, yeah, that's cool
unless
for them,
you have,
but they don't
unless
care.
you have that, unless you have repertoire with them.
Yeah,
because you'll see some people have that, but they've been there forever, and you'll see it when they re-up, and it's like 36 months, and you're like, oh, you've been here for
That's
a
why.
while.
That's why.
Okay, all right, you've been giving them $5 a month for 36 months for 3 years. Gotcha.
That's like isn't not necessarily my running joke with Sid. Every time I resub, I let her know this is my, you know what I'm saying, another month for every day for the rest of my life, and then afterwards, because I'm putting my will that somebody continue my sub to her. And like that's the running joke I have with her. Like she knows now. It's like when I resub, she's like, "Yep," until after you die. And it's like, yeah.
But you've built that up.
I built that up.
I can't go in there and be like, month 1, this gonna be me giving you $5 for the. She was like, man, who the fuck is this? Somebody want to get him? Somebody want to escort him out? Like,
Miles, ban him from my chat.
Right. But I mean, and that's for us as a viewer. Now, you as a content creator, it's your job. If this is what you want to do, go watch some of the bigger people and see what they're doing. That's how I've, I don't, like I said, I'm not on it as heavy as I probably could be, but I've definitely started streaming more Apex and stuff. Now, am I out here getting all these people to come watch me? No, I'm not good. But if people come in there, I'm engaging. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. And I can talk to anybody. Y'all know I can talk. Nerd told you last time to tell me wrap it up, so I can talk forever. I don't care.
We tried to put the Tyler the Creator video on there with the sound, but once again, fuck the Grammys.
The Grammys.
But so I mean, there's things that, and again, building. It's no longer just, hey, I started streaming on Twitch. Well, where else can I find you? Do you have stuff on YouTube? Can I go watch a YouTube video? Is your YouTube engaging? If I watch it, do I feel like I watch iTemp? He's a Apex content creator. He live streams sometimes, but most of the stuff is just he's strictly YouTube content. He's got over 1 million subscribers, but he's engaging. He's very he's playing with other people, so it's easy for him to have dialogue within the game. But he gives you like little tidbits. Like he just dropped a video on the best settings he has for himself playing on controller on things like little things like that are engaging. It's like, oh, so that's his way of caring about the community without him having to go, this is everything I do when I play the game. Right. And then he gives you gameplay. And that's what you're there for. Because, well, let's be honest, most of the time we're there to watch you play the game. Like that's the barrier. The low bar setting is I'm here to watch you play. Are you any good? And sometimes you can be horrible, but like you said, if you're engaging, I'm staying to watch because now we can have conversations about random stuff. We can laugh at you dying right off the bat. Or, oh, snap, you finally hit these shots. Or watching certain people like Maui. Maui's the homegirl. We've watched her go from controller to mouse and keyboard, and she's killing it. And now she's doing wingman stuff, and you're like, oh, you're watching the progression of somebody that's engaging and you have a good time watching.
I mean, if we're being honest, we can say the same thing about you. Because when you first started playing Apex Walk, you were terrible.
Yes.
Why'd you say that?
No, I was.
But now, I can play a game with Apex with Walk, a team run up on him, I don't have to panic. Because I know he know what to do in that situation. And shit, he might squad wipe him.
Facts. Real talk.
Like,
run up if you want to.
If you want to.
Run up if you want to. Bro, remember when you actually had to pick up a white shield and a shield and shit?
Don't get me started. Because I remember they had the event, and then the event was gone, and it was like that week and a half.
Everybody was like, what?
Yeah, when we had to pick the shields back up, I said, this some bullshit.
I'm dumb as hell.
I went back and was watching somebody I follow on YouTube, Maverick, and he was playing. It was two years ago. I was playing Apex, and I was like, I can't watch this. It was cringy watching him scroll through the bag. Because, like, he was just learning to play, too, but scrolling through a bag, not picking up certain things. And I'm like, if you don't pick that, and obviously they can't. It's a video, so they can't pick up stuff. But I'm yelling at the screen. I'm just like, I can't watch this. Like, it was, ooh.
A lot of people don't realize Apex has evolved, bro. Like,
big time way.
Everybody's saying they love these maps. I get it, but, hey, I'm ready for them to go. I need these new maps back. Like, bro, all that open space on Kings Canyon and World's Edge? No, like, put the shit back.
It's
Take
cool.
the train away.
It's cool for like nostalgia, but I don't want to play that.
I didn't need a 2-week event for this. They could have did this.
That could have been like
a
a couple days.
Really, a couple days. But I would give them a week. But 2 weeks, it feels like way too long.
Because now you're torturing me.
Was.
I miss Octane's little place on King's. Like I miss all that. Give me that back.
I still think Apex. Well, we got 3 maps now, right? Give us the newest version of all 3 maps, but instead of like, okay, well, this season you're gonna get this map and this map, rotate all 3. I won't say make us. I would say make a section where okay, I can just play King's Cane updated or World's Edge updated, but I feel like it'd be hard to get into games. So just rotate all 3 maps. Don't give us 2, and then next season we'll rotate that one out. Just give us all of what you got.
Because the only way you're gonna play Olympics right now is if you play ranked. And I haven't got that far yet. I ain't ventured into them waters yet. I'm not in ranked waters.
Trust me, you can't.
It ain't that great. Unless you have 8 hours a day to dedicate to Apex. I saw somebody on TikTok talking about it. And they like clown people because you couldn't even get into Masters. If you have a full-time job or a life outside of gaming,
you're not.
It's impossible to get there.
You just have to be that good if you
don't, you literally have to be an ACU type player.
But even content creators are like, if I get to Masters, cool, but I'm not pushing for that.
Because I mean, we saw what Timmy did from bronze to Masters in one stream, and it took him how long?
It took him 22 hours, I think,
in a row.
And that's Timmy.
That's Timmy.
God, bro.
Like, no, thank you. No diss to him. Like, shout out, because I mean, he can do it in a week because that's his job. But like for us regular ass people, it's like, am I that good at a game? Probably. Will I ever get there? No, because I got shit to do.
All right, KillJoy, I got a question for you.
No, man.
Do you think you are how do I say this? An as good athlete as Sha'Carri Richardson?
Hell no.
Then how you get in the Olympics she did?
I don't smoke weed.
I hate this. But you could.
But I could, but I don't
legally.
Yeah. Technically, she smoked weed legally too. It's just it was against the rules in your sport.
You know what? You're right. Yeah, because I think wherever she lives,
I think Oregon. I think she's in Oregon. It's legal there.
Oh, she close. Damn. All right.
I think
she probably doing crack too.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere like that, just because of training purposes.
I think wherever she lives is definitely legal, and that's why she did it. But it was just unfortunate because the world and the laws around it for sports hasn't caught up to what we're doing in the world.
Except basketball.
Except basketball.
So beyond that, man, I just using that to get to my question. So my question is actually, it's still about black people, because we've seen some rules get bent in the past. Have you not? Right? Or they either got bent or something happened or, some stipulation, blah, blah, blah. Them motherfuckers were still in Olympics, right? Now, with that said, that has nothing to do with my question. My question is, with UEFA yesterday. UEFA, congrats to Italy. Y'all played jailbird soccer the whole time.
The entire football. Time.
However you want to put it. I say soccer or football. I don't care. But, however you want to put it, them motherfuckers play jailbird football the whole damn time. They almost tried to kill soccer. It's soccer, right? Man, fucking, what was clothesline, my guy? Like,
they was out there playing WWE.
If I would have been on England, it would have been a fight, because I'm knocking you straight the fuck out. You are not about to hit my guy like that.
Card in the first 10 minutes. Fuck it.
Big fat. I'm knocking you the fuck out
on the pitch while you play some football.
But if y'all didn't watch and y'all don't know what happened, it went to penalty kicks. They purposely brought in 2 of their black players. Saka was already in the game, and they subbed 2 in, and they all 3 missed their penalty kicks. They either were blocked or just, I think Rashford's was off the post. So he could have made it, but it just hit the post and it went out. And if y'all didn't know after the fact, it was a lot of racism that we were already expecting. But like, I even seen a girl post like, "Wow, all 3 black players missed. I'm scared for us tonight," like in England. And
because that's
part of
the
my
reality.
question. Well, yeah, that's my question, because like I remember a few years ago, I was saying, I think it was like all this like police brutality stuff going on. And a lot of people looked at me and I'm like, I don't know what's really going on. I was like in Guam and Germany and Turkey, so I didn't really know.
I would be like
crazy
updating
thing-
him, and he'd be like, I have no comment because I don't see it, so I don't know.
Yeah, and like for a while, I did feel safer over there, and I still would think so. I still think if I was overseas, I would still feel safer. Granted, I've never been to Italy or England. I've never been there personally, but the thing that I really wanted to ask is, it's kind of like now, like being in Idaho. It's like they love you in uniform and hate you outside of it. It's just like, they loved them so much that whole run they had into the final. Oh my God, Saka, you're the best. And you missed that penalty kick, and all of a sudden you the Nigger, hardest R.
Hard R.
I don't even know how you say that in a British accent. How you say that in a British accent? I don't fucking know. Maui, where you at? You can't say the word, but just to help us. Help. You got a good British accent. Like, it's just crazy to me that like now they missed this penalty kick, and all of a sudden you just forget they helped y'all make the finals. That shit is just baffling to me, because where was this energy the whole fucking time?
It's like that with all sports.
That's how. Not even sports. That's how it's always been. We can go back to World War II. Yeah, y'all can fight for us, but as soon as you get back over here, nigga, what are you doing over here in these? And you can't buy no house over here.
Like, sir, wrong water fountain.
Yeah, facts. Like you said, it's literally, you have to have some sort of uniform on for them to love us, and then as soon as that uniform comes off, oh, you just another one of them.
Or if your uniform,
unless you have a repertoire, then it's you're one of the good ones.
Even if your uniform is on, if you don't succeed at the level they want you to succeed at, you become nobody. Because I use Patrick Mahomes as an example. All these people loved him, made the Super Bowl run. He didn't have no line. He went and played his heart out, but because they lost, oh, you trash. You couldn't lead us to a victory. And it's like, well, a couple weeks ago, y'all was loving this man because he's giving you his all, and he did his best. But because he didn't do what you wanted to do, even though he gave it his best, now he's just a nigger. And that's unfortunate.
So, us all 3 as black men, how does that shift anything in you? Like, are we just used to it at this point? Like, does that make anything like change for you and your lifestyle? Like, how do you feel about any of this? Or is it just like, damn, again?
It's disheartening. First and foremost, it's disheartening because you don't want to see anybody be accosted for. It's a part of the game. You miss
especially
some,
at 17. He's a teenager.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, and that's first and foremost, that's part of the game. You don't want to see anybody get accosted. Now, from what I don't know how true it is, but from what I heard, the reason they brought them other 2 in is because there was guys that were supposed to step up and they didn't want to step up. So let's talk. If that's the case, because that's the story. The story isn't these 3 black guys missing. The story is, why didn't these other people step up that were maybe more suited for this moment?
Because if we being honest, they not the best players on the team. Not saying they can't be in the future, because they're all young as hell. But the thing is, you still had probably world-class players that still didn't shoot.
So does it feel like they were set up in a sense? Go out here, and if you succeed, you succeed. But if you don't, we can't blame our superstars now. We can just blame you.
I would say no,
maybe
but
part of it. I agree with Nerd. I don't think that was, but I think maybe something along the lines of, this is prepping you for, you're going to be here for a while. Some of these guys, this may be their last run. here's you going into the fire. Now you know what this situation feels like. Now you're nerve. Now you can understand why you're nerve, like how to deal with your nerves.
But that either makes or breaks someone. It ain't always gonna make
very much so.
But it'll like bring out the good in some people, but that can tear somebody down.
Like I don't know that kid Soccer's. I don't know his mindset. I pray that he wants to continue to play the game, but that's disheartening. And it wasn't just on a major soccer level like he was playing in the Premier League. This is your national team, and now you're put on this stage, and now as you go anywhere, they're calling you. They're throwing banana peels. I mean, we saw with what's his name, Mario Balotelli with Italy a few years. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago?
It was 2012.
So 8 years ago, we saw him go through that, and he was literally pretty much the only black person on that team. So who does he have to even turn? He doesn't even have anybody to turn to. Yeah, my team can be there, but it's that old adage of, if I'm the only one at work and something happens, now everybody's looking like, well, is he gonna cuss us out or? And you gotta make a decision. Do I go into a rage and be like, F all of you, or do I go?
And you see where that set Mario Balotelli. Like his demeanor after that was so he didn't care. Because I'm not gonna care too if every time I score a goal, y'all get super excited and I'm the greatest person on the planet. But then when I miss, y'all like, oh nigga this, nigga that. And I'm just like, what?
Like dude, one of the players has a mural in England and they went and desecrated the mural. Like what?
Yeah, that was
for
Rashford.
What? For what? Y'all literally put a mural up of this person because you held him at such a high regard, but now because he didn't do what you felt he should have done, which is it's a part of the game. The goalie could have just been on his game that day for those that get blocked. Or sometimes you don't strike the ball in the right spot and it doesn't go where you want it to go.
See, I couldn't be in a position like that because it's like, all right, you got all that shit to say. Come do my job. Come take this penalty kick.
And what's funny is we've seen that happen because, and it's not like this issue is definitely race related, but I'm just saying in sports in general, when people get mad at a kicker for missing a field goal, and then ESPN ran people's tweets and had them come on and kick the same distance field goal, and none of them were even nowhere near close. And so now you got to eat every piece of that crow that you try to throw out there to somebody, and now you looking stupid.
Your part is not only are you missing a field goal with no line, you don't even realize that you have 300, 400-pound killers on the other side of you trying to block this kick. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, everybody want to talk shit, which is why I don't even engage in sports talk no more unless it's something I truly know about. Mm-hmm. Like the other day with Conor McGregor. Like I told y'all need to start listening to me. I told y'all he's trash. Y'all don't want to be on that. Sorry. We'll get back to that later. But like, that's why I just don't even engage in the talk, because a lot of them is somebody from a freaking couch with a bag of chips, just ate 4 slices of pizza talking about
unathletic is all get out.
Yeah, I would have did this though. You ain't gonna do shit. You can't barely move. What are you talking about?
You can't even do that in Madden.
You walk down the steps and it's winded. How you finna go out there and shoot? But how you finna go out there and shoot a penalty kick? You can't even walk down the steps. Stop it. But so, I mean, but to come back to your question, unfortunately, it's just sad that especially for us, we've grown up in this era and we've seen it go from where we know harassment was happening and people acting like they didn't see it because it wasn't on every social media platform. There wasn't all these social media platforms. Like we grew up in the age of the internet. We lived life without the internet and we've lived life with the internet, and we've seen the internet become breaking news basically. And so, unfortunately, these are things we've lived with. Now there's sort of an outlet because it's like, well, let me film this person going off on me right now, acting a plumb fool. When before it was just like, man, let me tell you about what I just ran into. And people be like, man, yeah, you silly. That couldn't have happened. And it's like, no, these are the things that have always been happening. But I guess kind of what makes it, I mean, it's all bad. Nothing makes it worse. But for it to be England and you just kicked out the princess and prince of your country for racism,
but got the audacity. You got people talking about, oh, we shouldn't be like this. But that's how y'all treated a whole person. That made them say, let me take my family out of this country. So we know what it is. We know what it is. And unfortunately, I don't know how much. Unfortunately, the last person that was president made a lot of people feel comfortable doing the things they're doing now. And that's globally. That's not even just here in America. Globally, people are acting a plumb fool when it comes to race. Because the last president made it very apparent, well, I can say what I want. Ain't no consequences. And we haven't seen any real consequences for him in particular. We have not seen any consequences. So people's mindset, well, if he can do it, they can't find me.
Good talk. Good conversation. Yeah. Y'all have anything else?
Fuck racism.
Big old facts.
Fuck all schisms. Whatever schism you on, fuck it.
Fucking
if you don't know what to say, just shut up. Sometimes shutting up is the best route.
Not even sometimes. All the time.
Yeah.
KillJoy, you got anything?
No, just we as black people. My only thing is we've learned to live with that. I live with a fear of letting someone down, whether it's at a job, doing something wrong, or in my marriage, because I'm a black male, and it's like I don't want to fail, because if I fail, then I fall into the line of all these other black people that fail, and then I become them. So that stereotypes can live with me. When I worked at Microsoft, I used to always push to be one of the top salesmen because there wasn't that many black people there. And I knew behind the scenes, they were like, oh, we got these Ulysses ass black people. So I was afraid to fail there. And it's like, all right, what can I do to please the white man? And that's why I ended up leaving, because the white man wasn't helping me with shit.
So and that goes to something we've all probably heard growing up. You have to be 2 times better. You have to be. You can't afford to be 2 times better. But it also falls into that thing. I can't remember where I heard that, but we're not given the leeway. Like you said, we're not given the leeway to fail. We've seen white people fail up all the time. Literally fail up. Literally not do anything right and still get the opportunity to do stuff. But if we know
the white girl at my job called me a nigga and they offered her a promotion the next week.
So, like you said, we're just, and it sucks, but hopefully we can get that narrative changed that it's okay to fail.
Failure
as long as you're progressing. It's progressive. You can't, if you fail, just don't stop. And that's a hard mindset to change. Because again, we've been so programmed into, if you fail, it's over. It's like, no, it's not over. I just have to go back and rework what worked to get me to that point, and then work what didn't work, figure out how to make it work, so I can then progress again.
I mean, I'm an adult now. I'm still learning that. I mean,
yeah. That's all of us, man.
My whole situation that I got going on in personal is like, we failed maybe 40 times. But it's like, all right, what can we do to get better? How can we get the upper hand against them? Mm-hmm. And we made a way.
But that's also making sure you have the right people around you, too, that are going to... You have to make sure the people around you are going to be able to be there to pick you up. Because if you don't have the right people and you got people that look at you like, if you fail, like, oh my God, let me distance myself from this, instead of people being like, okay, what can we do? What can I do to help? And sometimes you need somebody to vent to, and sometimes somebody may give you an encouraging word, and you're like, okay, all right, I was down bad. Okay, now I can come back to
That's why I fucks with y'all. Because I know I can come and I can vent, and y'all ain't got to say nothing. It's just like, all right, let me vent real quick. I vent. Boom, I got it out the way. When I tell y'all something, oh, I got good news, I get encouraging words. Like, people don't understand how important that is in life to have. So, I mean, that's why I look at y'all and it's like, I hold y'all to a higher standard than most people I know in real life. Because it's like, I know I can go with y'all with good or bad news and my mood is going to get flipped. if I'm feeling down, I'll get a good laugh out of one of y'all. Y'all make a joke about my MS or something, and like life will get better. Or if I come to you with good news, y'all make the good news 15 times better. It's like, all right, we're gonna turn up. All right, bro, we drinking tonight, and it's like, well, shit, I wasn't thinking about it, but we is now. So you need that in life. I don't know how we got to this topic, but that's important to have in life.
No, real talk.
No, that's real, man.
Like, get you friends that you can kind of, I won't say depend on, because I don't depend on y'all for my happiness, but I know I can always find a happy place with y'all.
That part.
Unless he muting his mic for an hour and forgetting, and we think he mad at the
we over here like
that is the
KillJoy podcast, stressing like
this nigga bad. And we are about to
come back
right here. So,
but time out. Now that I have this, now that I have this mic though, I get how he forgets.
Thank you.
It makes so much sense.
Hey, like, look, literally. That's how easy it is.
Sometimes, but there's still times when we be like, "Is he there? Hello? Is he there?" And you still don't.
And I be like, "Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here." And I be like, "Oh." Like, legit.
Or he'll come, but for the most part, he will come back and be like, "Oh, my bad. I ain't know." But there's been times though, I'll be like, "See, man, a little frustrated playing this."
I don't even be mad. I just be like, I be chilling. I be listening to music. I be like, damn, they ain't saying nothing to me in a minute. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Well, with all that said, I think that was a good episode. I think.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a real good episode. So I'm gonna actually go first this time. I'm gonna let ASky go end it, because then he can get all that stuff. Like real talk. I think it'd be a better way to run it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go first. First thing is what I was saying earlier. Y'all need to start listening to my takes more. If I say something, that shit real. I promise you. I told y'all Conor McGregor trash, and I'm gonna live by that. He's not an elite fighter no more. You can watch all these motherfuckers saying it after I said it, by the way, because I said it before the fight. He's not good no more. Y'all gonna keep acting like he good because he got personality and he was good. He not good no more. He's got money now. He's gone. We've lost him. He's like that one girlfriend that you thought you still had a chance with. She gone. She ain't coming back. I promise you. So just keep that in mind. And the same thing with Nate Diaz. The only thing is Nate Diaz is a little bit more relatable. So I get it. I don't understand why y'all like Conor McGregor anymore. I used to love Conor McGregor when he was coming up, but now he's not relatable. Don't give a fuck about him. Nate Diaz, he a little bit more relatable. I get that one, but I don't want y'all to put too much stock into these two because they never gonna get a title again. And if they do, I will eat my words like I said. But that motherfucker gonna have to go to 125, be some type of crackhead, and knock them little motherfuckers out in order to do it. Because he not getting it. You really think he gonna fight Kamaru Usman and win after he just knocked the shit out of Jorge Masvidal like that? No, he gonna break both his ankles and then knock him out. Like, stop playing with me. Remember this shit. Anyways, I'm Nerd. I may or may not be in the same apartment building next week. I don't fucking know. Just we gonna see. Okay. As of now, I'm still here, and we rocking with this. Hopefully next week I'm in Germany. Like I said, shout out to KillJoy for the surface. Excuse me. So we'll have a way to still bring the podcast. I'm just gonna be in a hotel room looking like I'm doing some traveling, and I'm really not. I'm just gonna be over there. But yeah, follow me on Twitch if you want to. Anything, whatever you want to follow me on. I'm the only RVNGOFTHE NERD on everything. If somebody steal that name, y'all meant to do that shit. Like, fuck you. So yeah, that's my stuff. KillJoy, you got anything?
I got one. Shout out to Bussin' Snacks. I got my snacks in today, and I'm gonna just shout out this fucking Oreo popcorn. It's fucking amazing. So shout out to them. Y'all smoke exotic weed. I order exotic snacks. We the same, but not really. If I got a lot of stuff going on, but for the most part, you can find me on anything. Like he said, I'm Dr. KillJoy XD on everything. It's DrKillJoyXD on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is out there. That's me. Pretty soon. TikTok mostly. When next month or the month after that, you'll see more streams because you know your boy about to get the Fios internet, so your boy about to look extra crispy. So I mean, when that time comes, when the time comes, just know you can find me more on Twitch. But right now, I'm mostly on TikTok. Holla at your boy. Sky.
ASky.
First and foremost, man, shout out to KillJoy. If y'all watch this on YouTube, y'all see the edits he put in. That's work he's putting in for us and for y'all. Because he elevates. We have a good time here live, but he elevates our stream, our actual video podcast over there. And he takes care of our audio for us and making sure it gets up on Spotify and any place else you listen to podcasts. You can put pod hyphen in the letter hyphen play anywhere, and we will pop up there. Make sure you hit follow buttons. Make sure you hit subscribe buttons, likes, leave comments, interact with us. That's what we're here for. We have a Discord. That'll be in the description. You can follow us on YouTube. We have a page over there.
Twitter coming soon.
Twitter coming soon. We working. Like, you hear the questions we ask, we want y'all to answer them too. What game made you a gamer? That's the big question this week. What game made you a gamer? What game? I mean, we all started gaming at some point, but what game made you be like, I want to be a gamer now? This is why I consider myself a gamer, is for this game. Because not everybody considers themselves a gamer. Everybody considers that they play video games, but gamer. Why are you a gamer? So definitely, interact with us. That's what we're here for. Like I said, all we're doing is giving y'all the insight into what we would be doing tonight anyway. That's just talking with each other and just having a good time, and we decided to bring y'all into the conversation. Shout out again to Exotic Snacks. Is that who it was? Exotic Snacks.
Busted Snacks.
Busted Snacks. They ain't paid us yet, but we working on it. They're going to have an advertisement here one day.
They're going to be there.
Watch. Y'all think I'm playing. Watch. But you can follow me, AYESKY84 on Twitch, ASKY84 on Twitter. Also on Instagram, follow me there too. That's where I do a lot more reels than I do TikTok. You'll see a reel for every episode up over there. You can engage there too. Hit the like, hit the follow. Man, we just appreciate y'all listening. To those listening, shout out to our subscribers. I think we're up to like 15, 16.
I think we were at 16 last time I checked.
We appreciate y'all, man. Every one of y'all that subscribe, it means y'all paying attention when we drop it. Hit that notification bell. That's when you'll know when we drop a new one too. There's a little bell that's next to the subscribe button. Yes, you're subscribed, but hit the noti. Be part of the noti gang. Notification gang. We out here. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Y'all heard where my socials are at. I appreciate y'all following me. Like I said, I'm a Madden streamer. I stream Apex too. It's just a good time, man. That's all we're here for. We're just giving you our insight to things that we love and the things we talk about. So, again, we appreciate it. We appreciate everybody. Thank y'all again for watching. For those live in Nerds Chat, those live in my chat, appreciate y'all. When we in here, interact with us during the pod. Only way we can talk to y'all is if you talk to us. Cause we just gonna talk. At least I am. You know that for sure. Oh, that's a for sure. You're right.
We definitely.
But again,
we appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all week. Go watch Black Widow, low-key finale. Watch that shit. We out.
Appreciate y'all. Peace.
I'm just done. I'm not taking a new break like I just need space. Lighting up on this J. Catch me in outer space higher than, hey, how are you today? Before I do answer, let me get dressed for this masquerade.